In this week's video we sail from Naxos via Syracuse to Malta. We have some cracking sunrise sailing and arrive in Malta where it's bright, warm and sunny. Last week we were in Naxos on the east coast of Sicily. This week we're sailing from Naxos via Syracuse and Portopalo down to Valletta in Malta. As we left Naxos, Mount Etna appeared from behind the clouds. Amazing.
Sunrise.
Where's that?
Oh, I can smell it.
Well, done now, babe. Don't come around no more. Well, done now, baby. Don't you come around no more.
Well, Syracuse. I've got my best clothes on, you notice. We've just been herded in, I think is the best words to call it, by the Guarda Costiera. You have to ask for permission to come in and they tell you where to go. We're going to Charlie area.
Wherever that is.
Which is, I think it's pretty much over in front of us. We've been here before. There's two coastguards out the front, one in a high-speed patrol boat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the harbour here. Plus there's a great big search and rescue vessel, big offshore one, and there's an ocean-going tug and fire ship over there, that red one. So it's very busy, and we're being eyeballed again by the Coast Guard over there. I'm not going to point at them, but they're roughly middle of the picture now. Oh, and there's a police launch coming out as well. So there's probably something going off out here. Anyway, let's go and have a look and see who's about. Well, I think we picked the wrong days to come to Syracuse. It's all afternoon since we got here. But these guys flying around, there's two of them. boat patrolling the area. The other one's up there, you probably can't see him. That one up there. That one up there. Patrol boats everywhere. There's something going on the quay. There's a load of tents and police boat there. That fireboat's now gone into there. SOS it says on the side. Yeah, so there's 3 Garda's financier boats in there behind those orange ones that you can see right in front of us. Crikey, what's going on here? I'm sure we'll find out. Oh, there we are, back in Syracuse, anchored out there. Hasn't changed much, apart from all the docks at the marina have been demolished by a MSC cruise liner that broke its moorings. So far, so good. Got to get back in the dinghy now. Oh, thumpy music, bongo bongo. Hey ho. We've been here before. Just there, we sat when it rained with David and Caroline and Oscar. Do you remember? We sat there and there was a cat, and he kept trying to sneak after the cat. Oh, we've just been to the co-op, get a few supplies before we go to Lidl's tomorrow. That's what I could do with one of that. It would be nice. Well, that's Syracuse. Cruise ship came in last night, woke everybody up. Yeah, we're leaving Syracuse. There's a weather window. We're going down to the tip of Sicily, Portopalo. You know that, we've been there before. And then we're going to sit overnight either at the back of the island or in the harbour, and leave early in the morning for Malta. Yeah, I don't know if it's me, but Syracuse was kind of disappointing this time. Just, I don't know, perhaps it was because there was a conference on, but there were all of these boats coming in and out, the Garda Financier and whatever. It was just really noisy, and it almost felt like we weren't welcome. I don't know, what do you think? Just noisy?
Noisy.
Right, let's go. It's about 10 to 1 and thereabouts. Just under 7 knots motoring. Swell is behind us. It's not that big, but it's probably 5 or 6 seconds interval, so it's lolloping us around. Got the main up, but it's not really doing anything because the wind isn't constant. The true wind speed says 7 knots, but I think it's a lot less than that. So I'll show you on the chart now. We were going to anchor in behind this little island and leave for Malta in the morning, but the swell's coming in from the north east, and it will get quite concentrated between the island and the mainland. It's shallow water, so I think what we're going to do is go round to Portopalo, which is only just around the corner. It's only 7 miles from here, so we'll be there in about an hour. We know it's fairly good anchoring in there. It's where we set out with sailing Sunday and dusk, and David from Eternity came over from Malta and met up with us. We had to sit out our COVID quarantine there for 7 days, even though we'd had a swab before we left Tunisia last time. Yeah, so we set it out there, and then we moved up to Syracuse, and then we came across to Greece, and then sailing Sunday went down towards Miramar, and then across the pond. That all seems so long ago now. Oscar and Jackson were running on the beach, and they found a load of tuna heads and tails. Yeah, it all seems so long ago. Anyway, so it's a beautiful day. The sea, it looks flat. There's a little bit of swell. It's only, I'm guessing the bigger ones are less than half a metre. As I say, something like 5 to 7 seconds apart, just making us lollop along. Very little wind. We'll be there in about an hour to get the anchor down. Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, I spied a pretty maiden. Hello, pretty maiden. We've just left Porto Polo in Sicily, right on the southeastern tip of Sicily. We actually left about an hour ago, about 5:10. We've been awake since 3 o'clock in the morning with anticipation of crossing to Malta. It's our first time in Malta, and it's one of those bucket list ticks that we wanted to do. It's been a gorgeous sunrise. You can't see the moon now, but oh, you can maybe. Let's have a look. Right, there's the moon up there. It looks like Death Star. It's really big, and just the bottom crescent showing. That's Ragusa in there, and Licata further up. Now, we were going to go to Licata and say hello to Maria and all our other friends that are there, but we weren't going to pay €75 for one night in a place where we can't get fuel. So we did a little run when we were in Syracuse. So we're full of sausages and bacon now. We'll probably do another one in Malta. We'll fill up with fuel in Malta because it's cheaper. Once again, we're motor sailing because this is the Med and there's either too much wind or not enough. But hey, look where we are. Gorgeous. We picked up some kind of line on the anchor this morning at 5 o'clock when I pulled the anchor up. A piece of like 8mm line wrapped around the anchor. Some kind of illegal mooring had been put down and what have you. I couldn't see what it was tied to. I couldn't see any floaties on it, so I got the knife and cut off what I could and dropped it back in the water. Probably not the right thing to do, but you got no choice really. The wind was blowing us on shore and I didn't want to have a piece of 8mm line holding us in position. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yes, so always keep a sharp knife out on deck or in the cockpit so that you can cut a line if you need to. Not just off the anchor or whatever, but also on a sheet something gets wrapped or taut or round someone. Riding turns you can usually get out with a few hitches off to another winch, but yeah, you get a line caught on something and it tightens you. Best to have a knife. Good practice. There you are, top tip. So, oh look, the bird. Goodbye Italy, or Sicily, and hello Malta. About 48 miles in that direction. There we go.